Yo, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. So we got a whole bunch of stuff in the works. So let me just give everybody an update on just my life right now, right? So a few weeks ago, I took a trip out to see family. My grandma, she lives in Puerto Rico. So we went out there to go see her. And on that trip, I wasn't able to work out. I didn't really follow my diet because at that point I was really in a hungry state. Probably not even the hungriest if I was in prep, but I was hungry enough where I wanted to eat everything and I ended up eating everything. So then my mind went into this thing of, man, do I still want to do all these things? Do I still want to work out and diet and compete and all that? So I was in a really bad spot, but I got through it. Looking fast forwarding to now, it's been a while since I recorded a few videos just because, man, I've just been trying to get my mind right mentally, because if I'm not mentally okay, then how can I come up on here and talk to everybody, right? So I needed to go in my own mind, talk to God, get spiritual and dig deep and just try to figure out what I really want. And I love to do this, man. I love to work out. I love to just move the weight around. But I had all these bad thoughts, right? These bad negative thoughts of, man, you don't got to do this. Why are you wasting your time? This is pointless. There's no reason to be working out. You're just, once you get old, you're going to grow old and die. Your back is going to be hurting, because apparently that's a really big issue with my family right now. They having back problems. But so all these thoughts were running through my head, and I dug deep. I talked to God, and I said, "Hey, God, if this is something you want me to do, is this something I like? What am I doing the right thing?" I started questioning, which I always do. I always question whether I'm on the right path, whether I'm doing the right things. So I go to God about it, and I talk to God, and He made me realize that you're on a journey, and the journey you're on is not going to be easy. All the trials and tribulations that He put people through is part of something greater, part of something better, right? So I just needed to remember that and realize that this journey is my life. At the end of all the suffering, all the pain that I'm going through, there's going to be something else waiting there for me. So talk to God, we figured it out together, and now I'm back in here trying to get back on my diet, trying to come back to normal and just continue dieting. Let me just give you some updates though on the dieting. I talked to my coach, and we felt like, because I was in Puerto Rico, my whole routine changed. So I went from nighttime life, which is from 9 p.m. at night, staying up until 7 a.m. And then that was my life. And then I flipped it when I got to Puerto Rico. Now I'm up at 8 or 9 in the morning, and my body was just not functioning really well. And I wasn't pooping. My digestive system was bad. I felt really sick every day. I didn't want to work out. So because of that, we now know that we can't compete this year. And why we can't compete is because most competitions are during the day. You're up all day. You want to make sure that you follow that same regimen when you're competing. You can't have any hiccups along the way. And one of those hiccups would be me switching from to a daytime life just for a show. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait a year, or so hopefully the beginning of next year, or maybe a month or two after. That's where we'll start actually competing and dieting and prepping for a show. So right now, currently, he's just trying to get my metabolism back to normal. And so he added some more carbs in my diet. And then from there, we're going to start going down again. He did let me know that it's taken me a really long time to diet down. And it's a reality check, you know what I mean? But again, I have a lot of things in my life. I work a lot. I stress about a lot of stuff. There's a lot that I do, and I have to take that in consideration, which affects all these little things, all these little nuances affect the way your body performs and the way you look. So on that note, currently we went up, I'm talking about, we put on 10 pounds when we were in Puerto Rico, 10 pounds of just probably mostly water weight, but we're back down to 189. So we hopped on the scale when we got back here from Puerto Rico. I was at 196, and then recently we dropped down to 189. So now it's just about getting a groove, getting back into the routine, and doing all that. So on that note, though, let's stop talking about all this extra stuff and let's get into this workout. So today I'm going to show you how to do a push day with just dumbbells, strictly dumbbells. So if you have nothing else in your gym, you have nothing else you can use, do these exercises I'm about to do, and that will be your chest workout. Now, is this the best pump feeling, like the mind muscle connection? I don't think so, because I've done this before and I didn't really feel that good about it. But I wanted to show you that it is possible to do a chest day with just dumbbells. Now, for back, that's a whole nother story. You probably have to get really creative because just some exercises you can't do with dumbbells and you need the cable machines. So that one's a little bit more tricky. You definitely could do it with legs. There's tons of leg stuff you could do with dumbbells. Literally, you could deadlift, you could squat, you could do calf raises. You could do a whole leg day workout with dumbbells. So maybe we'll do that in the future. That one's a little bit hard because I like my leg day machines and working on that. But it's something we could visit in the future. But on that note, let's go ahead. Let's start this chest day. So chest, we got flat bench. We're going to do incline. Then we're going to do flies with dumbbells. Then we got some shoulder work. We're going to do front raises. And let's see what else we got. Then we got spider crawls on the wall. We got some rear delt. And then we got some triceps. So what we're going to do, we're probably going to do overhead skull crushers. And then we'll do, I don't know what you call this, but basically you bent down and then you're just doing that to your tricep. So we're going to do all those. That's going to be the full workout. And then afterwards, we'll talk a little bit and we'll just, I don't know, leave you guys with some motivation or some real life stuff that I just been going through. But on that note, let's get this working. All right. So we're at the last set. It's about, dang, I did it again. Jeez, man, make sure you always, like, if you ever get weights like this, man, make sure you watch, you do everything right, because if you don't, one of these little weights will fall on you. I know it's only 5 pounds, but trust me, it hurts. But all right, we're at our last set right here, about 100 pounds each side. Let's get this work. Here we go. One. Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open, to a new tomorrow, moving with emotion. Following the light that sets me free. That was brutal. But if you saw, I wasn't like this. Kept it a little bit lower where it was. And then we did slow, controlled squeezing. And also, too, something I've learned is trying to keep that constant tension when you're slow, controlled squeezing. If you get tired, take a second and then come back up. But if you keep continuing to go, you'll feel a crazy burn. But we're done here. Now let's go ahead and do incline dumbbell chest press. Yo, with these. We back. So I just wanted to show you something. So before, you saw it when it was just flat on the ground, or just flat. However, it comes with this attachment. You put it down here. Let's see. You can put it anywhere you want. You can put it higher, a little bit higher, wherever. Got 3 different angles you could put it at, or positioning on it, but you put it in there. It's sturdy, and you just sit. So right now we're gonna do incline. We're doing a lot less weight. One, because you don't have as much control as where if you see me do the Smith machine, it's a lot safer. Here, you don't have that much control. You have control, but there's still a higher probability of injury, so you don't want to go too heavy. And especially the amount of reps we do after we already warmed up with flat dumbbell presses. You don't want to go too crazy. So here, I'm going to lay back. You can see I'm a little bit, not too far down, not too far up, just enough where we want to hit that upper part of our chest. And my sets, we do 12 reps, 4 sets of 12 with 1 to 2 second count, pause, and then come back up. So let's just show you what that look like. By the way, you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment, the whole thing. Here we go. All right. So we go up, we come down, hold it for 1, 2, and we just go again. first off. Second off, we failed. Well, let's just give it a second and then we'll do the last two. See, if you have a spot, it's always nice because they could just help you out when you can't do those few last reps. But it happened. Here we go. No, it's not coming out. All right. Well, we stopped at 11. Let me just say this too, man. Dumbbells. Do I recommend this workout? Probably not, because you got the dumbbells. They're hitting you. It's uncomfortable. You're getting a good pump, but it's not as good as of a pump as where you did dumbbell flat bench chest presses, Smith machine incline, and then the machine flies. But if this is all you got to get it in. So we're here getting his work. I'll see you on the next one. All right, and then it's just 4 sets of 10. Now, you know how when you're doing regular flies, you feel it here at the top of the rep. Here, you feel it mostly at the bottom of the rep. So that's why it's not my favorite exercise in the world, but cable flies are just 10 times better. Here we go. So you're here, come up, and then I just turn it at the top, wanting my 2 pinkies to touch each other. Here we go. Whew. All right, so that's that. Everything else after this usually goes by fast. The longest part is the chest portion of the push day, but shoulders are super quick, triceps super quick, and then I do some cardio. You can see my little bike here, not bike, Stairmaster thing. It was cheap, $400. I was able to fold this up, got on Amazon. It's okay. You just got to monitor it with your watch to make sure you're staying. Well, usually I just try to keep my heart rate in between the 120, 130 range the whole time, and make sure you keep it there throughout the duration of it. So it's all right. I'm not going to sell you on something, but something, at least have some cardio machine in here and get this working. But on that note, I'll see you on the next one. All right, so let's see, about 12.5 pound dumbbells right now. They do come with, I'll show you. They come with these 2.5s. You just pull the clip, it comes out, and then put it back in. It clips in place. They don't come out. So these are pretty cool. Spend a little penny on these. Probably the only thing I'll be buying for a while, but it is what it is. Hopefully we're able to build a gym this year. I really want to, but I do have a lot of other obligations that I need to attend to, so we'll see. Anyway, just do some rear delts, and you're doing 20. Whether you could finish it or not, you're doing it. So just keep going. No failure of 20. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. All right, so we're done there. Now we're just gonna do front raises, some little spider crawls on the wall here. We'll do some tricep work, and then we finito. The lift is over. We'll do a little pump check, and we'll get it in. But let me tell you, man, I like the way it looks, man. Maybe it's just the lighting in the shirt. All right, I'll see you there. All right, let's do our banded spider crawl here. So usually I just do 3 sets up and down 3 times. So 3 sets of 3. That's it. Simple, short, nice little chest pump in. Here we go. All right, so we're doing a form of skull crushers. Nothing too crazy. Just try to get a nice deep stretch at the bottom. The thing, so I just learned this. When you're doing skull crushers, you want to squeeze your elbows in together as best as you can, or just keep them tight as best as you can, and then that will get rid of the pain that you feel in your elbows when they're all flimsy loose. But all right, let's get in here. So all we got on here is 70 pounds, and it's 4 sets of 10. Let's get it. That was brutal. So that was that. And now we just got to do some tricep work. And we're finito. All right, what up? So we back again. So this is basic simulating tricep pushdown or the tricep rope pushdowns. Now, this is my 2nd time doing this exercise, so I might be doing it wrong. Bear with the kid. But what I like to do, I'll rate this exercise a 3 out of 10 before we get started. So just try to keep it up here and just bring it back. That's it. I'm doing 4 sets of 12. There we go. All right, so here's what we got. Just get these poses in, and we'll do a quick little talk. Yeah, it's the body, man. We're just trying to lose some more fat. We gained a little bit of fat because of all the bad eating, but it is what it is. We'll just restart the diet, get it in, make it happen. All I really got, man, is there's a lot of days where it's hard. There's a lot of days where I don't want to do anything. There's a lot of days where I wish I could just turn off that part of my brain where I always feel like I have to keep improving. I have to strive for success. I have to keep making money, man. And it's something that I'm working on now as I still on my spiritual journey with God. Listen, I haven't been talking about him a lot. I'm just talking to God, trying to figure out, because, well, as I've been talking to him, I've been realizing that I've been putting money above everything in my life. And I want to change that. Yes, I want to make money. Yes, I want to be successful. Yes, I want to make millions of dollars so I never have to work again in my life, right? But because I feel like I'm worshiping money over God, and that's kind of that next step I feel like I need to take in my spiritual journey. Worshiping God, then worshiping money. That's where I'm at right now, and I need to break that barrier and just put all my faith and trust in him and know what he's doing for me. It's been a heck of a ride with God and everything, especially these last few weeks have been the hardest on me because I was really hungry. I went to Puerto Rico, into my temptations, and that affect my relationship with him. And I started listening to all my temptations instead of staying on that path, man. And that's the biggest thing for me, is just staying on the path, believing in God, worshiping him over anything else in my life. Then it's everything else and just making it happen, man. So listen, you won't see me compete anytime this year, but we will compete next year. These videos will keep coming out. Hopefully I could stay true to the diet and we could start bulking up some more. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what more videos you would like to see of. This was a whole dumbbell full workout exercise. I've done machine push day exercises. Let me know what else you would like to see more of. On that note, I'll talk to you next time. Peace.